How is AI reshaping the legal industry, particularly in the realm of document review and analysis? Well, today I'm excited to welcome Lisen Kaci onto the podcast. He's the innovative founder of Discrepancy AI, a company that's pioneering the use of artificial intelligence to revolutionise how legal documents are processed and analysed. And with a background in AI engineering and software development, Lisen has created a platform that goes beyond traditional OCR technology, addressing its limitations and offering a smarter, more accurate way to handle everything from contracts to tax documents. So today, I want to learn more about how Discrepancy AI is transforming unstructured documents and turning them into structured, searchable data, essentially making it easier for legal professionals to sort, filter, and gain insights from their files. And we'll also explore the advanced AI capabilities that allow the platform to handle complex data types in everything from charts to tables, and how its pixel analysis AI is also setting new standards in detecting document tampering and fraud. And finally, Lisen will also share his insights on the growing interest in AI solutions within the legal industry, where some firms are even striving to become AI law firms. And I find this particularly interesting because I've been doing this podcast since 2015. Yep, we're approaching 10 years of doing this. And when I first started, law firms have always been accused of being slow to adapt to technological change. I've seen this change and evolve over the years, but to see it to go from where it was when I started this podcast to law firms striving to become AI law firms, something that interests me greatly. So, what role will AI play in the future of legal practices? And how can it enhance both accuracy and efficiency in document processing? Delivering daily content to 140,000 of you wonderful monthly listeners across the globe is no small feat. I don't want to take all the credit here because it wouldn't be possible without the backing of our dedicated sponsors and partners. And I also want to shine a light on the fact that legacy managed file transfer tools are looking dated. They often lack the security that today's remote workforce demands. And companies that continue relying on that outdated tech, they're in danger of putting their sensitive data at risk. Attention IT professionals, are you tired of juggling these multiple servers for secure file sharing? Integrated shared folders and email plus a comprehensive REST API. Kiteworks simplifies your workflow. For administrators, you can experience unmatched functionality and integration that traditional MFT servers just can't touch. Step into the future of secure managed file transfer with Kiteworks by going to kiteworks.com to get started. That's kiteworks.com. And remember, Kiteworks is also FedRAMP moderate authorized. Thank you for your patience today. This is the moment you've been waiting for. It's time to welcome my guest onto the show. So a massive warm welcome to the show. Can you tell everyone listening a little about who you are and what you do?
Hi, my name is Lisen. I am the founder of Discrepancy AI. We're a platform that reviews and analyzes documents. Specifically, our tool is able to convert any document into structured JSON and insights and is able to standardize all of your unstructured data. Whether you have thousands of documents that you don't know what they're about, or you have to review documents on behalf of your clients, we make it easy and automate the entire process of extracting information from these documents, analyzing it, and providing our customers with only the important information that's within those documents.
Well, a question I've got to ask here is, what was your origin story? There's got to be something that inspired you to create Discrepancy AI, and how do you see it revolutionizing the legal document review process? Were you involved in that industry in a former life? What's the story there?
Yeah, so I was actually, my background is as an engineer, as a software developer. I was working at a company called WiseDocs, helping them build their Gen AI capabilities. And I kept seeing the same problems over and over again with what they do specifically in medical documents. And I kept seeing the same problem over and over again where it's called OCR, where the actual first step in extracting the information from these documents, where you have an image or a PDF with no text in it, and you have to extract the text that's in that document. Right now, the standard that everybody uses, like 99% of document processing, goes through a process called OCR. And this OCR extracts the text from a document and puts it in like a position in that document where it thinks it is. And believe it or not, this system was created in 1974, and it's still being used today with all of the most cutting edge LLMs and all of the other AI tools to analyze these documents are first run through these OCR models. They were created in 1974. So I kept seeing the same problems over and over again where the extracted data was incorrect. It was missing a bunch of context, and it just wasn't working well. And it was having a really hard time building the Gen AI models, because you've probably heard it before, but garbage in, garbage out. So after that position there, I knew that that's what I wanted to fix. I knew that that was a problem with every company that deals with documents, not just the medical space, not just the legal space, but every single company that deals with unstructured documents has to first OCR them. And everything they do after that carries the problems and issues that the OCR has. So that's why when I started Discrepancy AI, I knew that that's the problem that I had to solve first. And that's why I built our Optic AI model that can convert any file directly into the structured JSON. That's the technical term, but into the structured data that you need. So whether it's an image, whether it's a PDF, a screenshot, whatever that is, we extract the standard information from that document.
Wow, that's incredibly cool. I was getting flashbacks of the garbage in, garbage out problem. I think that would have resonated with so many people listening. And the question I've got to ask as well is how do you at Discrepancy AI, how does your technology convert these unstructured documents, which can be anything from images to unformatted PDFs, and put them into searchable, filterable, structured data? Can you talk me through the process there, how you do that?
Yeah, well, we've created kind of a unique system that we're taking advantage of something called AI tool chaining. So we have dozens of specific and fine-tuned and trained AI models that all have independent individual small tasks. And they go out and work, some of them synchronously, some of them asynchronously, and they work together. They pass data from one to the other in a chain. And building these AI tool chains in such a specific way that we extract the information and convert it into the JSON structure. So it is not just like one model that we built. It's multiple models that all work together. They all have their little part, and they pass on what they generate to the next AI models. And by chaining these AI models together, we can get results that are way better than the sum of their parts.
And I suspect that anyone listening who works in a law firm will say, hey, yeah, that sounds great. But legal documents often contain complex data and complex formats and everything from charts to financial records. So how does your AI handle some of these complexities, and what makes it stand out in analysing so many diverse types of documents that typical law firm will encounter?
Yeah, so that you hit the nail on the head. That is always the most difficult part. These non-standard document types like charts, graphs, tables. So the revelation that we had is that converting this data to JSON, and a lot of the listeners might not know what JSON is, but it's just a type of structured data that the entire internet runs on. So the entire language of every website, the data that comes in from like a server or a database and populates like a front end website, for example, with that data is always JSON. And this JSON data is structure in its nature. So the revelation that we had is that we can actually convert these tables, these charts into this JSON structure, and that actually preserves all of the information within, where we can actually even reconstruct this table that was in the PDF from the JSON data that we extracted. So that is the big revelation here, is that every other platform is going to JSON using some custom code. They have an AI that returns text, or that returns some data that's not standardized. And then they have developers that are through either logic, like doing like if statements, or building specific custom code to convert that text data into the JSON data that their website expects. Because every website, every app at the end of the day works via this JSON data. And what we've done that's different is we skip all those steps and go directly into the structured data that the companies need. So our model is specifically designed for these difficult data types, for these charts, for these tables, for information that's hidden within kind of like a complex structure.
Before you came on the podcast as well, I should say, I was doing a little research on you, and I was reading that your pixel analysis AI can also detect signs of tampering or fraud within documents, which feels incredibly cool and a huge importance in that industry. So can you just tell me how that feature works, and also for people listening outside of legal firms, the significance of this in legal practices?
Yeah, so our pixel AI analysis is like an image analysis model. It looks at the document on the pixel level and looks for signs of tampering, fraud, or editing. So it's looking for, as a human would if they were looking at a document, it's looking at, hey, does this font match throughout the document? Is the line spacing even throughout the document? If somebody has edited and not placed the edited thing in the exact place, it's going to be slightly askew. So it's looking at things like that. Whether, hey, is there a slight border? You know, is this white box, is this white different than another white? A lot of times people will just put a box over information they're trying to hide, and that will leave kind of like a light border or a light shadow. So it's looking at the document as a human would look at it to try and find evidence that it was tampered or edited. So I think that the impact of this is not just the legal field, but in a lot of fields, whether it's KYC or it's called Know Your Customer, whether it's someone looking at customers trying to provide a loan to them and they need to look at proof of income. So it has a lot of ramifications throughout the industry, but in the legal industry specifically, where you want to make sure that the authenticity of the documents is of utmost importance. And that's what we're trying to make sure. We're trying to look at these documents and say, hey, this has been edited. We have this is the evidence that we have that it's been edited, and kind of like what sets our system kind of apart from other systems that can do that is that it's not just a pass or fail. We actually give you, we pinpoint to the exact location on the document where we think there's an issue. We give you a description of what we think the issue is. And we also get a flag, low, medium, high, of how impactful or how important the AI thinks that issue is. So we're determining fraud and determining edited documents is really challenging. You have to think about false positives and false negatives as well when you are analyzing them. So we want to make sure that we provide as much feedback as much to the person, saying, hey, this is why we think this document is fraudulent, but here's the exact reasons and reasoning behind why we think there's an issue, not just a pass or fail, which is what most of the other companies trying to do this today are doing.
Wow, that's incredibly cool. Well, for people listening again, I think every business in every industry, people are always nervous about tech projects, and they will be asking questions such as, what's the ROI? What business value will it offer to the business? So how has Discrepancy AI enhanced the efficiency and also the accuracy of legal professionals? Do you have any real-world examples where the platform has made a significant impact, which would just allow listeners to understand the kind of tangible results we're talking about here?
Yeah, for sure. Well, a lot of our customers are using our system to fully automate their document processing flow. So where they have documents that are inbounded from their customers. So whether you're a law firm and your customers are uploading, or whoever in the trial or in the case is uploading thousands of pages of documents, and you need to look for specific information within those documents. A lot of times that is automated nowadays. It is people scouring those documents, looking for the specific information or the specific issues or insights that you specified. We're really automating all of that. We're trying to remove as much human intervention as possible and automate these documents. And we've seen a lot of really useful use cases in screening documents in the legal profession for one customer was complaining to us that a lot of times words that are spelled correctly within their documents, but it's a different word. For example, there was no way for them to detect that. So they use a correctly spelled word, but it's the wrong word for that document, and they have teams of legal ops people whose job is to make sure that those documents are all okay. And these are automation steps that our platform can handle really easily. And because we standardize this information, it's able to recall and it's able to construct the appropriate data in a better way.
And as the pace of technological change continues to ramp up and AI continues to evolve, are there any challenges that you see in integrating AI in traditional legal practices? And how are you helping with Discrepancy AI in addressing some of these challenges? Because you can have the best solution in the world, but the implementation side of it can be quite painful in many tech projects, and also the things like the work culture that needs to change. What kind of challenges are you seeing here?
Yeah, so there's definitely a lot of challenges, and especially in this industry, even if your product is free, there are things known as hidden costs. So even if you offer a free product to a lawyer, or a law firm, they're gonna see the hidden costs. Or hey, if I'm gonna upload these documents to this platform, what will they do with these documents? And so that's really something that we have to reassure. And we don't store any of our documents. We have no code implementations where you can just paste a link on your website and it would allow your customers to upload their documents, and our system will automate the analysis of those documents. So making sure that we have ways to integrate via no-code solution, and making sure that we're very, very responsible with our users' data, and that we kind of like, a lot of times you have to reiterate that over and over again, because rightfully so, customers are very reluctant to believe startups when they say we're going to be responsible with your data, because there's been a lot of evidence in the past where companies, and especially tech companies, have not been. Well, we try to go above and beyond by allowing our customers to purge their data at any point at the time, delete all the documents. We also have ways to set up automated document deletion. So you can say, hey, every 30 days, I want all my documents deleted automatically. So yeah, we don't train on any of our customers' data. So we try to go above and beyond in terms of protecting our customers' data. And then we try to make the integration as simple as possible by making it so you don't need developers on your team to integrate with our AI solution and start analyzing these documents. You can do it simply by pasting a link, and then you're good to go.
Fantastic. And I would imagine as well that your analysis will also have to meet specific and often stringent requirements from legal professionals and indeed their clients. Is that a challenge to you, or are you've probably seen it all before in your previous life as well?
Yeah, for sure. It is. I would say one of the biggest issues with AI as it stands today is that the person using it has to very specifically define what it is that they're looking for and what it is that they're trying to analyze. And this is where I see that actually trying to build a relationship with our customers and trying to fully understand their problem, understand what they're trying to accomplish, not just build like a cool AI thing, but really do something that solves their problems. That's the approach that I'm trying to go for, trying to really holistically understand what it is the problem that our customers are facing and how I can solve that problem without the AI comes second, So that's my approach to it, where I just want to solve problems for our customers, and AI is just this really great tool to allow that.
And I think law firms have had a reputation for being way, way too slow in adapting to technological change. And thankfully, I think that has changed over the last 5 years. But how do you envision AI further transforming the legal industry in the next few years ahead, particularly in areas like document analysis, fraud detection, and overall legal operations? Is there anything that excites you here?
Yeah, so I've spoken to hundreds of legal teams about this and have learned some really interesting stuff. The main thing is that most medium to large law firms are looking at implementing kind of like their own custom solutions.
Yeah.
They are more reluctant to kind of have a third party on their platform doing all of this stuff. So a lot of them are looking to build custom solutions, and that's why we offer like white label solutions for our customers as well. But a lot of them are trying to have their law firm be an AI law firm in a way where kind of like the first step in the document analysis for them is this AI tool. So that's something that has been really interesting to learn about how the legal profession is trying to join forces with AI and not just kind of like use it as a tool like other digital document systems for it. They're trying to make it a part of their business, and that has been a interesting thing to learn. And speaking with our customers, how many of them are interested in the white label solutions, in having our AI product integrated into their kind of like ecosystem and allowing it their customers to review their documents like that. So that has been something that's been really interesting to me, and that has been kind of like I didn't expect it going in. I thought that they would just want to use it as just a third party tool, but seeing how many want to integrate and want the AI to be part of their ecosystem, they want to be seen as an AI law firm. That has been kind of like a really game changing insight.
Well, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your insights today. I think it will be so valuable to people listening around the world. There's a little reward. I want to see if there's something we can do for you here. Before we started recording, you were telling me how you used to host your own podcast, how valuable it was for networking, etc. Now, some of the biggest names in business, VC funding and tech have either been guests or maybe listened to this podcast. So is there a person you'd love to have a private breakfast or lunch with, and why? He or she might just get to hear this, but let's see what we can manifest together. Who would it be?
Who would it be? So for me, the number one, I just want to talk to as many customers as possible. There's no one kind of like person I idolize. I think of every person is a person. So that's kind of like a saying that I say, like all people are people. So for me, the main, anybody who's having a problem that they think that AI can solve, that get in touch and but if we want to get like way out there, I would love to meet Sam Altman. I really want to know what he has, kind of like what his future plans are for OpenAI and where he wants to take that into the future. So yeah, like having a conversation with him would be amazing, but like everybody wants to have a conversation with him right now. So I think that would be a bit difficult, but more down to earth. I really just want to talk to people who are having problems with documents and analyzing those documents, and they just need assistance or like a direction in where to go. You don't have to integrate or use Discrepancy AI. I would love to just have those conversations and learn what people are doing.
Love that. Perfect answer. I always say we're all just connected balls of energy. We're all as one almost. And I love how you just want to talk with people, not necessarily to sell them Discrepancy AI, of course, but to hear the problems, learn from each other. That's where the magic happens. And Sam Altman, if you are listening out there, let's see what we can make happen. We're throwing this out into the universe. I urge you to get in touch. And speaking of that, for anyone listening, wanting to connect with you, wanting to find out more information about Discrepancy AI, where would you like to point everyone?
Yeah, so you can go to discrepancyai.com and send us a message, or you can email me at lisen@discrepancyai.com. That's LISEN @discrepancyai.com. Or follow me on LinkedIn. I am the only Lisen Kaci, so it's going to be easy to find me.
Love it. Well, I'll make sure there's links to everything so everyone can find you nice and easy. We covered a lot today, from automated document review analysis using AI, converting any document into structured data that you could just search, sort and filter and get insights from. The time saved on stuff like that must be phenomenal. But more than anything, just thank you for sharing your story today.
Thank you so much, Neil. It was a blast speaking to you. And you did it. You asked some really great questions.
I think my conversation with Lisen Kaci today has really shed light on the powerful ways AI is transforming the legal landscape. And Discrepancy AI is at the forefront of this change by offering this sophisticated solution that not only automates document processing, but also provides a level of precision and security that's crucial in the legal and financial industries. And his insights today into the limitations of traditional OCR technology and how this new platform overcomes those challenges with advanced AI have all painted a clear picture of where the future of legal tech appears to be heading. But what stood out for you most in today's discussion? Was it the potential of AI to uncover discrepancies that would otherwise go unnoticed? Or was it more the shift towards law firms that are embracing AI as an integral part of their operations? I think these innovations are driving significant changes in how legal documents are handled, and I think it's exciting about just how much more efficient and accurate legal practices could become as a result. Before I leave you, as we conclude this episode, consider how these advancements might impact your own interactions and your own legal documents, whether in a professional or even personal context. How could AI-driven tools like Discrepancy AI, how could they change the way you handle and analyse important document and data? Hopefully this episode has sparked a few new ideas and provided a few valuable insights along the way. But let me know your thoughts. TechBlogWriter at Outlook.com, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, just at Neil C. Hughes. But as always, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to join me again tomorrow morning, where we will keep exploring a different area of business and technology every single day. And with that in mind, I hope to see you all in the morning. Okay, speak to you then. Bye for now.